Hola, minasan! Welcome back to the Splatterbomb Lounge at the Splatterdome in Splattertown, USA. I'm Coqui-san. My name's Andy. This is Bradley. Spray constant name. May the righteousness be with you. Here's Roller! And hopefully we'll be done with this game. Please, I can't take this anymore. I love the game, but oh my gosh, this is dragging on. Yeah, it's getting tiring. I don't even know why they even bothered doing that ending, that end credits thing after episode 4. I think that's ridiculous. And to make matters worse, I feel like I'm rehashing the DL6 incident. Agreed! It does feel that way. Excuse me. Do you need a lozenge? No, I don't need a lozenge. Oh, gosh, I can't believe this. I'm hoping that this will end. I hope I can end it. You'll end it, you'll see. And then we'll move on to another game. Yes, indeed. Dude, this is gonna be awesome. Finishing this off. Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be a nice finish. It's gonna be an awesome finish. It's gonna be a fun finish. So, how you guys doing out there? How y'all doing out there? Y'all doing good? I'm doing good. We're all doing good here. I'm doing good. So am I. That's good. Is it good? Indeed! I made the playoffs! Oh yeah, the Splatterbomb League playoffs, huh guys? Yes, I'm ready to crush Ron. Yeah, I'm hoping my team wins. We will win! You'll see! No. It's just gonna be me and my revenge. And once Ron is crushed and down on his knees, he will beg and plead for mercy. Then I will laugh at his face. I'll be like, ha ha ha, just like that. Point at him like Phoenix Wright, or better yet, Edgeworth. That little finger pointing he does. Yep, that finger pointing. Yep, but you still got a couple more weeks, don't you, until the playoffs start? Yes, November. So basically, you all just finished shutting off the last 2 weeks. Yes, indeed. Dude, we'll make the playoffs next year. You'll never make the playoffs. The washouts never win. Indeed, you've got to win. I thought we finished explaining this to you. Our strategy works. You'll see. No, it doesn't. Well, nevertheless, in 2 weeks the Splatterbomb League playoffs begin. Good luck to all the teams. Wow. That was a good season then. Yes it was. Okay. Well, at least for the 3 of you, you're in the playoffs. Can't imagine all the other players. I laugh at them. Ha ha ha. Alright. Well, let's get going. Let's get this game started. Oi. Oh yeah. Let me just take a quick look here. Everything good. Alright. Activate red tie. Red tie on. Have a nice day. And let's finish this up. Day 3. Please let it be day 3 and be done with this. Don't worry. We're gonna finish this. You're gonna do just fine. Indeed. And away we go. What are you waiting for? This. February 24th, 9:41 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Bum bum. Oi. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think prosecution is as confused as we are. After all. Aha.
The victim that was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And the first suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Soldier! Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. Stand attention.
Yes, I'm standing at attention.
I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I had military drills.
I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning.
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, so duh. So, how did it go? It says Mr. Wright suspects. The police are totally clueless. How do these soldiers manage? I don't understand. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that?
Then you didn't consult with me about this as your lawyer?
We agreed that if I told them the truth behind the simultaneous murder, they would seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, am I?
You do understand that you're gonna die, right? That's not much of a plea deal.
Alana, don't tell me you. Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are.
So you're gonna submit to dying? If they are in the dark and don't have all the evidence? This guy. You found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. He belonged to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of trace evidence? What sorcery is this, soldier?
With bloodstained fingerprints to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall?
Yep. We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Sir?
That's ma'am. Huh. Do what you have to, Mr. Wright, but I'm ready to die. For God and country.
Fabio? Ooh. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just having a lot of coughs. Sorry, Red Tie.
Please let me talk.
It's okay. Sorry, Red Tie. Read away.
February 24th, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 9. Bum bum.
Silence, or I will glue your feet to a splintered board. Now, court is in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. I hear she is ready to die. Defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it? Unless he has twins. But then that means we have 2 bodies. What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial.
One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Enough, Phoenix. Let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. What are you up to, Edgeworth? Not you!
Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, sir. That would be murderer, sir. So you're telling us you're a professional killer, you moron? Sir, it was me, sir. I totally did it. I'm the one who did it. That's why I'm standing here and saying it did. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me. Actually, what we like to hear, sir, I'm what you call part of the younger generation, sir. I am total millennial, total Y, totally. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Down with the system. That's why I'm a cop, because I'm in the system. And I'm taking it down. Because the system stinks. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me. Sir.
Head slap! Officer Meekins!
Yes, sir.
Give us your report of the crime! Consider that an order!
Salute. Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. After all, sir, I am part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir. We're totally in submission of the previous generation. X.
You can't fall in for a lack of enthusiasm. Witness testimony, crime report, sir.
Although it's not my normal duty, sir, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day, sir. I spotted a suspicious man, the security queen, and rushed into the room, sir. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir, by going up to him and saluting him, and then blaring this awesome rocket microphone in his face. I was suddenly attacked, sir. Then I fought for my life, sir, and then I did it. I did it hard. I did it awesome. After that, I passed out, sir, until another officer smacked me awake, sir. Called me a lazy Gen Y son, sir. A lazy millennial, sir. A lazy current gen, sir. Sir. Yes, you are indeed a lazy generation. I will accept this testimony. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you. Do unto others before they do unto you, sir. Total Catholic here. Taking down the system. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Hand slap. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Lord help us all. What I need here is more info to work with. This is useless.
Cross-examination, crime report, sir.
Dude, although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day, sir. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes, now there's a scary thought.
Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
I was in charge of guarding the blue badges, sir. It needed my protection. The blue badger? Hand slap. Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the chief of detectives, sir. It's totally awesome, sir. It waves at you, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process, sir. Listen to that awesome rockin' music, sir. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. Why? Sounds like a very important mission. For someone like you, that makes sense. After the award ceremony finished that day, sir, there were so many people running around. Hand slap. Then I relocated the blue badge to the evidence room, sir, where it'll be safe and sound, sir. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. That makes sense.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen, sir, and rushed into the room, sir. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck, sir. It's got my pose. I'm a total JoJo fan, sir. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is, sir. I found it. This is the one right here, sir. Could you please read us the number? Pound. Yes, sir. It's 498-9596. That's my number, sir. Don't wear it out. Watch your mouth. I see, huh? But the number 498-9596 is shown as being used twice.
Hand slap! Please explain, witness!
It's no real mystery, sir. The first name is when I relocated the blue badger to the evidence room. And then the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down, sir. I see, so it was during that second time when... Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man's security screen, sir.
Data added to ID record card.
I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was only attacked, sir. So you were attacked? Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir. A total knife. Like straight out of Crocodile Dundee. He was like, this is a knife, dude. And I was like, whoa, that was a big knife. And then I got shanked. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then? Hand slap. Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was, sir. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. Hand slap. I swung my arms out like an octopus, struggling to detain him. It was all lanky and everything. And I was all wobbly and whatnot. Stay focused, Mr. Meekins. Yes, sir. That's how I got this gash on my right hand, sir.
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be.
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked, sir. Do you need a lozenge? No, I don't need a lozenge. You're interrupting Spraycon here. I'm sorry, Spraycon. Dude, take a lozenge. Make your throat better. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. That's sorry, Spraycon. Go on. When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked, sir. I grabbed the man by his collar. And I fought for my life, sir. Then I did it, sir. What exactly do you mean when you say did it? I know I don't look the type, sir, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir, like the Shaw Brothers and those Wu-Tang Clan Presents. It was awesome. My favorite is the 13 Jade Claws of Shaolin. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from his hand, sir. You took his knife? How? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. It was crane style, followed by the mouse style, and then finally sloth style. And I made sure to close my eyes like a man, because I'm totally a man, sir. I see. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, sir, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood. And then the next thing I knew, yes? He punched me right in my face, sir. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. Called me a lazy millennial, sir. About what time did you regain consciousness? Hand slap. No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that, sir? You look at a freaking clock, that's how. Dude, I was unconscious, but you woke up. You could have looked at the clock when you woke up, sir. I can't tell time. Right.
According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
He hit me right in the head too, sir. I woke up crying tears of pain, sir. It really hurt. So were my feelings. I have feelings, sir. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that I recovered, that is. Oh, Lord. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. The blue badges, sir. I returned them to the entrance before things got out of hand, sir. Well, we can all rest easy now. Okay, Phoenix, enough with your quiet thoughts. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
Huh, he's got a point. Dude. Yes, Officer Meekins. With regard to that, sir. Hand slap. Take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell, sir. Chief Gant delivered it to me this morning, sir.
The chief
delivered it? What is that? A videotape? It's the chapter black, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. It's a videotape, sir. Called Chapter Black, sir. It contains footage from a security camera in the evidence room, sir.
Objection!
Hand slap! What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
That's quite a mistake. Why am I surrounded by incompetents not named Phoenix Wright? Hey! I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at, sir. Looks like the communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. You lazy bum. Oh, sir. Please stop using that word, murder, sir. It offends me, sir. I'll go to Twitter, sir. Video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Oh my gosh, this is a horrible, horrible killer that we're looking at here. I agree. Just look at that smile. Look at them eyes.
Of course! It makes perfect sense. Who the murderer is. Oh, he's still alive.
Just give it time, sir. There I am, sir. So, it was the Blue Badger all this time.
That's horrible. How could the Blue Badger do this? I don't know. But the Blue Badger will pay.
It's definitely gonna face prison time. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? We take it to Twitter.
Agreed.
Dude, I got the app right now. Very well, we will all go on Twitter and share our feelings and have them settled.
Head slap! What the heck was that wriggling piece of plywood?
Hand slap. Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire Criminal Affairs Department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir.
Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Security video added to the court record.
Yes. Well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room, and some sort of activity did take place.
Head slap! Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. I'll say anything you want, sir. I'll do anything you want, sir.
Witness testimony, mystery man.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video, sir. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. Hand slap. I mean, he opened the locker, sir, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do, sir. Pound. The locker he opened is unquestionably Dr. Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it, sir. What's this about a fingerprint? Why am I not told of these things?
Each detective has been given a locker, equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean I'm not up to speed on these things. Don't even say anything, Phoenix Wright. I see your mouth open. The victim at the crime scene would have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start.
Cross-examination, mystery man.
Dude, his face can't be seen clearly in the video, sir. Well, tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter, sir. That's a pretty big word for you. Latter. But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you? Are you telling me you didn't see his face? Well, Your Honor, to be fair, he did testify that he closed his eyes. Oh, Lord, this moron. Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was him, sir. I bet my badge on it, sir. But there's no question that the other person was good Detective Goodman, sir. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Dr. Goodman's face. Well, sir, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it, sir. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? Because you saw the witness. You were in his face, that's why. Oh, dude. If I had to label your stares as disturbing or...
Head slap! Meekins! You're repeating yourself! Haven't been showing a questionable video at best. We are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Yes, sir.
You claim the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him.
I mean, he opened the locker, which required Dr. Goodman's fingerprints to do, sir. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he's tried. If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir. And this too. The locker he opened is unquestionably Dr. Goodman's, sir. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They love to gossip, sir. Hand slap. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. Though I don't know why they laugh at me.
For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source.
Twitter?
Silence! It was Facebook.
So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. So it must be him, sir. No one else could have unlocked it, sir. Hand slap. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir. If I may say something, sir. Fine. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case. We're trying to identify somebody, you idiot. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock, sir. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie.
That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with the video? Yes, there's obviously a problem. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that... Hand slap. The man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction?
Interesting! Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video.
You would want me to point it out. Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Again. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video. Before this gets started, better take a look.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so we got this. Let's check that out. Oh. Huh. Why is there a fingerprint on there? Oh, snap. There's a handprint on there. How did I not see that?
Who knows?
And it's also got a broken tear on the top left there. But let's see. Let's see when we go through the tape. Is there anything else here? Let me check this. Okay, so there's a handprint on the thing. Tag says SL911. I guess this is another piece of evidence from that case.
You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing.
Huh? What's so confusing about that?
Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag.
Zag? Is that a word?
You challenge me.
Yes, I challenge you, child. What are we playing a word game now? Alright. Let's see. There's the handprint. You don't see it on it, but it's there. Okay. Hmm.
Hey, look. They're hard to make out, but there's some dark red stains here.
Looks like blood.
Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed?
Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. Shows evidence from the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. And that's where the pool of blood happened at. Okay. Alright, so let me just play this tape. So now that I saw the handprint there,
Yeah.
let's just watch this before we jump in on the whole thing. Okay, there goes walking by. The glove drops. There goes Meekins. There's the step. Where's the body? Oh.
You saw it?
Yep. And oh, it's reset. Right. He went to another locker. Oh. See, that locker didn't have anything on it. So that's where he shanked him. Then lunged at him. Now he's down for the count. And there's the thing sticking out on it. Oh, wow. Okay. Here we go. Let me do this.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I hope you get it right.
This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Hand slap. Please don't play it too much. I can't stand watching this video. It traumatizes me. So my lawyer told me.
You have a lawyer?
Yeah. He had me sit down, lay down, and started asking me questions about my childhood and such. That's a psychiatrist. And how did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman? Here we go. Right there. Hand slap. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. What could it mean?
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise.
The point?
What you are looking at was one thing, and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman.
Are you that dumb, Edgeworth?
No! Maybe.
Yeah? Alright. Phew, I almost walked right into the defense's trap. Pound. I'll place him under arrest, sir. There we go. Rats, I need to slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. Are you serious?
I don't understand.
Now, what do I do? No, play the video again. Very well, let's try this again.
Just remember one thing, Mr. Wright. Every time you point your finger, someone gets hurt.
Like what you're doing?
Says the one pointing his finger at us. Watch it, girl!
I will now play the security tape again. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video. It's a safe phrase. You don't have to speak.
Oh, thank goodness.
I can't believe we had to go through that. Alright. Maybe I was supposed to, you know, because I was hovering it over the cloth.
Oh.
I should hover it over the device. Because there's no way he could that could have been open. Yeah, I should be. Maybe I should hover over this. All right. Let's try that. Let's see. Hand slap. The thing that's strange about this video would have to be, this. Dang it. Hold on a second. I need to use my eye drops. Well, I don't get it. Would you mind if I borrowed your eye minister? Don't look at me with those bleary eyes.
Before your eyes get too teary, perhaps you should think this through again.
Now what do I do? Very well, let's try this again.
Just remember one thing.
Okay. Let's just zip through all this. I can't believe it returns to this part. That takes too long. There we go. Hold on a second. Why is this light on? Okay. Hand slap. I think... Okay, it's not this one either. Dang it. That didn't work either.
I don't get it.
Alright, that must have happened when he got the hand, when he stabbed his hand. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Hand slap. Sir, do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint if it's a match. Light turns on and the lock is released. Hand slap. According to my very limited experience, sir. That's the way I understand it, sir. Hand slap. So, if so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit. Uh-huh. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Speed lines. Ah, sir. Silence, or I will burn your hairs off. What's the meaning of this, Wright? What are you up to again? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
Head slap! But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert at this.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. Don't you even say a word, right? So then, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
Yes, why wasn't the locker locked?
Me, Your Honor?
What did I just say?
Yeah, see, isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
This child? You're gonna rely testimony on a child?
I'm not a child. I'm gonna be 17 soon. Well, maybe something like jam the system sensor?
See, what I tell you.
Jam the sensor? Say... There's something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Alright, let us take the advice of this scientific child, and let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked, Mr. Wright. Please point out the cause for this.
I think you could select that locker now.
I should be able to.
Right here.
Take that!
Hand slap. The thing that's strange about this video would have to be, this? Do I have to hurt you? Hold on a second. I need to use my eye drops. Well, I don't get it. Take this lozenge. I don't need a lozenge. Look at you. You're starting to get dizzy again.
No, I'm not.
You're spinning around.
No, I'm not. So it's still not time yet for that. No. We're gonna have to find something else.
Take that!
Hand slap.
Dang it. Well, this is tougher now.
Oh, ah. This is the contradiction. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. Pound. But sir, it's been my experience that these things fall out when the doors are open, sir. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my... We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Pound. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like Matai, sir. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, Matai shows me what the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator.
Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean. I think I finally got this figured out. Very well, will the defense please present the relevant evidence? I really would like to get to the execution part. What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door?
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah, it's the rubber glove. Well, it's not very clear in the tape, of course, so it makes sense that would be the rubber glove.
Take that!
I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. Hand slap. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Speed lines. Sir, it would appear so, sir. Silence. Well, eat your ears like Mike Tyson. So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? How dare you object to me?
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
Who said you can object me?
Sorry, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Edgeworth?
I mean, I apologize to you for objecting to you.
You better.
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Sir? Me, sir? I don't know, sir. I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Very well, begin your testimony.
Witness testimony, Mystery Man 2.
There's one thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use the ID card. When I add the ID as you, sir, there's a record of it. Pound. At the time of the crime, the detective had used this card, sir. An ID card record. I see.
I have the ID record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime, yes, without a doubt this is the victim ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due to transferal. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference.
There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Mr. Mantu.
There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. So, unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be a rock-solid evidence? Do you? Yes, sir. Solid as a stone, hard as a rock. My hand wasn't wrapped in bandages. I'd give the V for victory sign, sir. You do have another hand.
Couldn't he just use his right hand for that?
Yeah, that's what I said. Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. To enter the evidence room, sir, one must use the ID card, sir. Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't forget it. I forget a lot, sir. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck, sir. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID that gets stuck, sir. Instead of the door closing, my ID chokes me, sir. And it should have taken your life along with it.
At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Wait, but he said he lost his ID cards, didn't he? Ah. Please proceed with your testimony. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it, sir. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman. Eh? What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. Dang it, are we having another DL6 moment?
Yes, we are.
Jeez Louise, Edgeworth. What is wrong with you, man?
Bow. So it is, Your Honor.
Stop taking applause.
Got that prosecutor again. So maybe he's behind all this being prosecuted to hide the evidence. Mommy, they're saying I'm a murderer. Shit, so sad.
You've got the wrong color, kid. Oh boy. I want you in my chambers after this. So, it would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him.
At the time of the crime, sir, the detective had used his card. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Pow. Maybe he just panicked, sir. Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
Mr. Wright, what do you think?
I'm confused.
What?
Exactly. The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this.
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we've got.
Alright.
So, what does this mean?
What this means is... what I was thinking of is that Mr. Meekins, having lost his ID cards, one of them could have been picked up. One of those ID cards could have been picked up and used to get into the door. But there's nothing in here that indicates such a thing. Yeah. I mean, I could do the ID card. Let me just do this here. Are you getting sick again? No, I'm not. You remember what happened the last time. We all got sick and practically ruined that whole live stream on Final Fantasy VII. Yes, that did happen.
I don't want to get sick.
You're not gonna get sick. Nobody's gonna get sick. I was out in the cold. And that's how you get a cold. And then pass it on to us. We have a freaking tournament coming up in a couple of weeks. We do not need to be out for weeks. Well, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Right there. Okay, so there's a record of it. Let's take a look at the records again. So, Bruce Goodman. What time did this happen? 17:14. So it was 5:14. No. I accidentally pressed X button. I was trying to press the B button. Well, you deserve to lose the bars. Really? Yes. Next time, don't press the X button. The objection is overruled. Try to think before you press X buttons, Mr. Wright. I should have been paying attention to what button I was pressing. Alright, let's try Goodman's ID. There we go. Hand slap. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. Nuh-uh. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It is a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Hey, lost item report. It's only half completed, but it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess, you believe this something to be his ID card, right?
I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Silence! I'll poke your eyes out and eat it for lunch. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his card. I said silence! I'll pull your tongues out and add it to the soup. Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense.
Eh?
Bravo, Mr. Wright!
Bravo?
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. at 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime. The man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Mr. Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is... Well, I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to play pointing your finger around. Like I am. Point, point, point.
This isn't going to end well, is it?
Oh, well. It seems you finally realize how out of your league you truly are, and how awesome I am in my Prince outfit. Exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Edgeworth.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place here. At the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime.
So?
Hand slap! So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Sky, the defendant. The evidence is compelling! Compelling! A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Ah!
I knew that testimony was a little way too shabby. It's all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Thank you! Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana.
What do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? I'll object.
Objection!
Hand slap! One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? You're testing me. I hate being tested. Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap.
How dare you! My trap card is solid.
Yes, but I have a counter trap. And that tops your trap card.
Oh! What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. Hand slap. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination to the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? Am I prepared? Does this mean we're gonna have another day?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
Huh? This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Mr. Wright, do you mean?
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh, this is unusual. You never call witnesses. Whom do you have in mind? Wait, sir, I called the bird witness. That's what I'm afraid of. You don't call witnesses. Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. Who? The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. Name your victim. This person whom you would have to testify. What is his or her name?
Take that!
Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
Can't let that person know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess.
February 24th, 11:32 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, Number 2. Bum bum. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
No, sir. I mean, ma'am.
It's ma'am. Don't call me sir. I work for a living.
What do you mean?
You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
Huh? I haven't figured anything out.
Lana, don't tell me you're gonna take the fall for a man. You're the one who knows everything. Emma? Stop being a soldier for once. You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? What happened to the little sister I knew? I'm your older sister. Still, don't you trust us? Don't you love us? And what about me? Don't you love me? I thought I disowned you as my sister.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, come back. What is it? You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here? I've seen happier people at funerals.
Sorry, detective.
You better pay, pal. Hi. I didn't see you there, Betsy. Prosecutor Scott. Oh, you look lovely as ever.
Fire, get your butt kicked. So, have you brought what I asked?
Yes. Yes, Captain. Oh, here you are. Salute. You mean this, right?
My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name? That's fraud. Never in a million years, but I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident?
But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here.
Wow, you really have serious issues, Lana.
Be quiet, you.
Yes, ma'am.
That's sir. Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Here, you might do well to read them.
I can't believe you, Chief Prosecutor. We're a witness in that case. This guy was a witness?
SL9 incident files received from Lana Sky.
Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. I hear they're dangerous, and they kill people. Eh? Oh, what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? No. Emma? But why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there. I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident, is that...
That's the classification number the police filed. It under 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Darkey killing.
The Joe Darkey. No, Lana. That's over with. No!
Emma, wait. She ran away. You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Hey, come back here, you. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. No, get back over here. Bye. Jake Marshall, Angel Star, Damon Grant, Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Everyone is running away from me except for the captain here. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved with this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. I feel like with deja vu here. This can't be just a coincidence.
No, and you might be able to figure it out. Stay tall, soldier. Time to get back to the trial. Mr. Wright, best of luck.
I better take a good look at this file. Suzuku. Yes, please. Well, that was pretty good so far. Yeah, dude.
Not bad. You didn't get caught up in anything. You moved along nicely.
Though I have a weird feeling it's gonna get worse.
Indeed!
Alright, well, we're gonna take a quick break here. And then we'll continue on with Rise from the Ashes, Day 3 Trial Ladder.
Oh, good.
Alright, be right back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Whew. Going into the trial ladder portion of day 3. Hopefully this will all come to an end. I hope so. I'm sure it will. Alright. So let's get this going. Oh, I already saved.
February 24th, 12:14 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Bum bum.
Silence, or I'll eat your hands off. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Emma didn't come back.
Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Me, partner. Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization 6.
Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it.
Oh, I know you. You're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out.
To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
Howling wind? I've never heard Edward described that way before.
Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. I do not have time for this type of talking. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. Thou hast asked for thine testimony. Not that old English.
Witness testimony, day of the crime.
My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchid. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a side street saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man. So, if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean, the security set cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those things. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence lockers? Fingerprints, activated locks. No, what kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being helpful.
He's not that good with machines or with following orders. He's a Mennonite.
Ah. Oh, now I understand. Everyone's got their weaknesses, don't they now, Mr. Prosecutor? No, this one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. Lace it into him. I hate his guts now. You're on.
Cross-examination, day of the crime.
My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchid. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the records. You interred them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time will come, I'd erase the tape.
If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are about to be erased every 6 hours.
Each time I'd erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy had a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't good to do him any, going to to do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room? They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No, Desperado. Let's rules get in his way. Oh, Desperados I know join the police force. So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime, just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course, back in the day, my locker was a goldmine of evidence. Hand slap. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. Being a Mennonite is a tough job. I couldn't even tell you how my bike works. That's how Mennonite I get. That's quite incredible. Given it's not even a machine, it's just spokes and chains.
The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence.
Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? If I remember right, I was at a street-side saloon at the time it went down. What were you doing in a place like that? Whatever that place is. I was eating spaghetti, like a true Western. Not even angel steak lunches can beat that Paula's Bangore Sapia pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not at all. Desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not my point. And that's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. I have learned no lessons, Your Honor. I am a total Mennonite. That's strange. He's obsessed with that Mennonite business. This is usually where Edgeworth says, "Do you not want to raise this year?" I'm just an innocent traveler, man. So if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. You're not going anywhere. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall. That's right, partner. Or as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you'd better draw a good picture. Something Van Gogh or straight out of Rembrandt. Okay, Marshall. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. But before I use it though, I better up the ante.
So which one is it?
Oh, this is a tough one. I better save. There we go. That whole security system business. No, that's later. We gotta first deal with this here. Why wasn't he where he was at? Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow. Clearly, it contradicts the No, you don't sound very convincing, Mr. Wright. Objection overruled. I don't think that won me any points to the judge. Hence that. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. Really? You use that all the time. It doesn't work. There's nothing faulty about it. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. I must be on the wrong track. Let me hear what he has to say again. Okay, here we go. It's not the erasure part. It's the fact that he's saying that he keeps it from moving. So why didn't he stop it from moving? Here we go. Let's try this.
I hope it works.
It's gonna work. We'll see. Hand slap. Oh, are you serious? It says it keeps it stationary. Dude. That's tough. Alright. Excuse me. I'm sorry about this. I feel like this is the part here. Dang it, that didn't work either. Wow, this is tough. Yeah. Huh. Hasn't been in weeks?
Objection!
Nope, that didn't work. Alright, that didn't work.
Well, something's gonna have to happen.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to try everything. This is the one with, yeah. Okay, so he's saying. Hey, Venom Fang! What's up?
Oh boy, Venom Fang is back.
Oh, did it work? Excellent. Oh, I see. Interesting. Oh boy. Excellent. Good job. Alright. So we got ourselves a toughie here. My day has been... Ooh, how has my day been? Long and boring, wasn't it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's been long and boring. But, hey. While we're trying to figure out how this is supposed to play out, I say, let's do it. What? Let's do it. No, you're not gonna really do it, are you? Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Are you sure you want to do it?
It's all said and done. We gotta do it.
What are we gonna do?
Oh, that thing's gonna like it. He's gonna see what we're gonna do. Oh, let me go grab this quickly. It won't take too long. It's right over here. How's my day been going? How's my day been going? Oh, you're gonna see how my day's been going. This is how my day's been going. Woo! Splatterbomb merch. Merchandising? What's that? Splatterbomb merch. It's the newest craze. We got Splatterbomb the pin, Splatterbomb the sticker, Splatterbomb the coffee mug, and Splatterbomb the poster. Me.
Hola, Mina-san.
The kids will like it. And you can get them all today at Redbubble. Redbubble.com. Just head on over into my About page and head straight to the gift shop section where you'll find the link. Or if you're over on YouTube, you'll find the link in the description below. So get it today. Collect them all. Collect them all. What do you mean by collect them all? Stop moving that around. Ow. Leave it standing there. Okay, Bradley. Don't hurt me. Now, explain yourself. Well, not just only can you get Coqui-san, but you can get Bradley and Handy and Spraycon and Roller and Ernell and Ashley. Collect all of them. All 7. Make a big collection today. You know, I'm gonna have to get my lawyer on this, using my likeness. I agree! Why hasn't my agent told me this? This is illegal! Oh, but this is pretty fun. Not for me! I have a band here! We sell our own merch with my own face! Yeah, we kind of talked it over. Your lawyer and I, your agent. Yeah, since you sold your soul away, Roller, I can make merch out of you. How dare you! What about me? You're a criminal. We made a plea bargain. A plea bargain? Yep. Total plea bargain, you pirate. Oh. I'll kill you tomorrow. In your sleep. Well, tomorrow's in 10 minutes, so... in your sleep. Okay. So yeah. So just head on over to Redbubble. Head on over to Coqui-san, Redbubble, and get yourself Splatterbomb merch. Today! Oh boy! Okay, everybody. Dude. The Great Wave totally shined with you. That's awesome. Indeed. Now, back to the game. I could have waited 30 more seconds, could I? Just get on with the game. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to do this one the hard way. Gonna have to try every single evidence until something clicks. Do you have any idea how much evidence is in here? True. Dude, thanks, Venom Fang. Oh yeah, thank you. It is cool stuff. And there will be more. A lot more. In the future. Oh, you know, I never tried this one. Did this work? Your Honor, what do you think about this witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow. It clearly, no. You don't sound very convinced, Mr. Wright. Try again. The objection is overruled. Your bars are mine. Oh, great. I lost bars on this one. This is a tough one, Venom Fang. Can't find that contradiction anywhere. He made his rounds, but he says he didn't. So he says he didn't set foot in the evidence room. He had to clearly set foot in the evidence room. Especially after finding that rubber glove wedged between the locker. So, just get you up to speed, Phantom Fang. Remember how the lockers are all require fingerprints? Well, apparently somebody stuck this rubber glove in between the locker door, so that way when locked in place, thereby making it easy to open it. Now we gotta figure out why Jake Marshall messed up his job. He says he hasn't been in there for weeks. So there's got to be a contradiction to that. If he hasn't been there for weeks. But it's got to either be this or it's got to be this one. Where he talks about the two security system. So the evidence room was used in the past. Locker was a gold mine. Yeah, I can't, but I lose bars, and if I lose all my bars, I lose the game. I mean, I could just run it down until something clicks. But look how much evidence is here. I don't know if I could spam it. And it's not time yet to use this one, the SL9 incident. I could tell we're not at that point. Somebody's got to bring it up. Oh! It's staring right at me. Yes, right here. Oh, I gotta clear this out first. He said he ain't good. Right, he's... Okay. Yeah, there we go. You really are special, aren't you, Frog? Yes, I am, Bradley. Yes, I am. Yep, here we go.
Objection!
Hand slap. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. Really? Are you this dumb? No? Sorry, but I can see nothing faulty, you idiot. I'm stealing your bars. You are penalized. Must be on the wrong track. It must be too soon, then, to use this. Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait, did I use the... Did I go into the wrong one? Hold on. I think I went to the wrong statement.
Objection!
Nope. That didn't work there either. The witnesses is clear faulty, Your Honor. You're faulty. You are a faulty lawyer, and it's always your fault. And for that, I eat your bars. Nom nom nom. I must be on the wrong track.
There's gotta be something to this.
it must be still too soon to use this evidence then.
Indeed, that's probably the case.
Objection!
Let me just try one more time. Your Honor, what do you think about this witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow. It contradicts you don't sound convincing. I'm not convinced. This whole quorum is not convinced. I object to your objection. I don't think that would mean any point to the judge. Alright. Let me start over again and go through this here. Press everything. Let's see, how exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? Just make sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Okay. Oh, okay. I misunderstood what he was saying. I thought he was saying the security camera wasn't moving. No. It's everything inside wasn't moving. Alright, even time dies in there. I was just the caretaker who turned the records. He turned them. That useful when the time would I'd erase the tape. Tape is to be erased every 6 hours. I felt like I was erasing a part of my life. You don't physically enter the evidence room. So that's what's throwing me off. It's those crazy anecdotes of his. I see. Yes, it is annoying. No, this didn't work.
I don't like anecdotes. Even when it's evidence.
That's cute, Bradley. Hat Andy. That's very cute. Alright. Let's load that up again. That was a game over. Alright. Well, let's see. Maybe you should just start all over again. Yeah, alright, let's do the pressings over. Dude, Venom Fang suggests to question all his statements that show. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to press all over again. I'm missing something in his statement. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the records. You interred them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape.
If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours.
Each time I'd erase a tape, I feel like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So, in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room? They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Dude, Venom Fang says that's my guess, cause he's lying. Oh, he's totally lying. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. Eh? I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way. No desperados I know join the police force. So Officer Marshall on the day of the crime? Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? Maybe I should make a note of this. I'll still go through the rest here, but let me just make a note of interest. What was that? Statement 3? That was statement 2. Alright. I'm gonna revisit statement 2 later. Let me just check all the others. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in my day, locker was a goldmine of evidence. Hand slap! And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I am a Mennonite. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. That's quite incredible. The bike only has chains and spokes.
The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that detectives are unaware of their presence.
Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? If I remember right, I was at a street-side saloon at the time it went down. What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti like a Western. Not even angel steak lunches can beat that parlor's fungole sepia pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Yes, sir. I am a noodle lover. Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this has taught you has at least taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, "Did you not want to raise this year?" I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. Out of ammo? Officer Marshall? That's right, partner. Or, as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Oh yeah. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card on my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool. Before I use it though, I better up the ante. Dude. Pen and Bank suggests that you show the prints on the last prompt. Alright, let's give that a try. Here we are. Let's see. Alright! Thank you, Pen and Fang. Dude, that was awesome, Pen and Fang. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet, you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner, as I drink this alcohol. It's quite simple. Dude, context rules, Ben and Fang. It totally rules. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. I am in this hat. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. There are a lot of tales to tell. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. I only wish it were, officer. Hand slap! But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Silence! Or I will burn your arms off and use them as cannon fodder for food and such. It's okay, Bradley. You tried. I'm running out of ideas. It's just too many robbles. Now, read the things. I'm moving along here. Oh, sorry. Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene. The blood was wiped away, however. A luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. Huh?
I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall. About the blood-stained fingerprints.
Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. Oh boy, here we go again. I know, they're gonna drag this out, aren't they? Yep.
I don't want this dragged out. I want it to end.
Your line, Bradley? Oh, sorry. Very well. You may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime.
Witness testimony, bloodstained fingerprints.
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The blood stain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. I am a cowboy. The witness's explanation appears valid, although there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. I agree. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. That's my chance to prove it.
Cross-examination, bloodstained fingerprints.
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. That's because you, how did you put it, pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That, and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said, or did you not hear me? That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. I think I got it. Haha. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. It is on a boulevard. I see. And the name of this boulevard?
Focus.
Oh, sorry. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it.
Marshall's fingerprints updated in the court record.
One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Was it mine? It's no mystery. Please explain. My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? The blood stain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Unrelated? They're as different as night and day and twilight. Kinda like cereal and cereal. They both kill, but one leaves another person dead and the other fills your stomach with nutrients. One's got to do with breakfast while the other's a type of murderer. He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different. Like homonyms or something. I don't see what homonyms have to do with this.
You gotta stop mind reading this game.
Oh boy. Are you sure this is your first playthrough? Yes, this is my first playthrough, Bradley.
I think Coqui-san's a mind reader.
No, I'm not, Handy. Or, didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on my reports.
There was a blood stain at the scene to be left by the murderer.
That's right. It was found in Detective Gumshoe's locker.
However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Oh yeah. I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? This seal of blood. In the desert, it's just food for the buzzards. A nectar, if you will. Eh? There's only one reality, and that's this. Security tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Too bad. It wasn't me in that video, right, partner? What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? Eh? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. Hand slap. But that video's next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots? Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape.
Head slap! We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. I'm here to win!
Well, Mr. Wright, if you could show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now. Save. Let's show the evidence. Uh-huh. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making a mistake.
Alright, now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall.
I'm telling you, it's the blue badger.
Dude, I totally agree. Just look how evil that thing is. Yes, I don't know why the blue badger is not the criminal in all this.
Look at his innocent eyes! It's bloodthirsty!
Oh yeah. Why we can't I mean, just look at the handprint on him. That's just evidence enough on that blue badger.
Look how he gets away with it. Moving that flag and everything.
Yes. That flag is so suspicious. That must be the weapon that killed everyone. Dude. Is there any way we could point out that it's the blue badger? I'm afraid not. We'll have to find evidence on that one another day. Now we could do this.
Take that!
Hand slap. There. How's that for evidence?
Please allow me to apologize for my colleague, Your Honor. He gets carried away sometimes.
Yes, well, this certainly isn't a first.
Will you forgive him too, Officer Marshall? After all, I have beaten him in Tekken last night. He can't get over the loss. It was a perfect. He's not a bad man, just a bit disillusioned. He swears he's the king of Iron Fist.
Of course, I'm not one to gun down unarmed boys. Oh, great. Now Edgeworth is defending me. Guess that means I missed the mark. Dang it! Very well, let's get back to the cross-examination. Dang!
Wow.
Alright. Why didn't that work? Was it too soon?
Might have been too soon.
Yeah, it must be too soon because, you know, that far left locker doesn't have anything hanging out. And it won't be until after this whole thing finishes that at the end of the video, that's when the little thing is sticking out. Maybe I wasn't pressing it accurate. So there's the fight. See, they're struggling right now. And again, that locker on the far left, there's nothing hanging out. Now the fight is over. And there it is, hanging out. Must have missed something. Let's see if I could. Was it this one? Where the press happened? Okay. Okay, so this one that triggers. See, it's sticking out. But in the video, it wasn't sticking out before the fight. So he had to be the one. But why didn't it let me? Maybe I'm not pressing it in the right spot.
It must have happened just like that whole, like when you pressed the other one.
Oh, you mean when I had to press the light on the locker above the locker instead of the locker itself?
Yeah.
You're right, Handy. I gotta be a little bit more. Where was it at?
Hold it!
Okay, this is the one, right? Oh, is that it?
Hold it!
Okay, it was statement 3, right? The blood stain and the fingerprint.
Hold it!
Oh, was it this statement here that triggered? Oh, don't tell me it's gone. No, this is the one. This is the one. Yeah, this is the one. Whew. It just reset the whole entire... Oh. Oh, that was a one-time thing? No. Dude. That's uncool. I got that from the internet. Uncool. That's nice spray con. That's nice. Reload. Oh, was it this one here? How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on my reports. Right, okay. This has to be it. This is the one that triggers. I couldn't remember which statement number. Don't tell me it glitched out. Okay, here's the blind spots. Oh, I got it. Okay, now this was the last statement, so I went back to the beginning. That's why I was thrown off. Okay. Thank you, Venom Bang. Dude says, this is the one. Yeah. Wolf and D. That always happens when after you finish doing your take that on the final statement, it sends you all the way back to the beginning, and you won't even if you're in the zone, you'll forget very easily. All right, so this is it. Let's show the evidence. All right, let's zoom in. Let me save right now because I'm losing bars on this one. Okay. So I lost a bar on this, but that's alright. I got plenty of bars here. Okay, let's try this again. I think I gotta tap the cloth. Well, not the cloth. I think that was the statement. Not the statement. That was the thing that he was filling out because he was trying to retrieve his ID card. Goodman was trying to get the ID card.
I still think it's the blue badger.
I too believe it's the blue badger as well. I mean, just look at that. I mean, come on. That's the face of a murderer right there. Yeah, dude. Just look at the eyes. It stares into the abyss of your soul. Ooh, that was deep. Yeah, I'm totally deep. No, you're not. You are not deep, Spray Cod. Dragon dude. I'm always deep. In a deep trouble. Especially when you're playing freaking League.
Here it comes! Be ready to pause!
Nah, I'll just pause now. Don't want the video to loop. Here we go. Alright.
Just like that. Only not over the light.
Take that!
Hand slap. Bringing our attention back to the security camera. Is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. Eh? The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Uh-huh. Very well. Hand slap. You can clearly be seen in this video. Exactly. 8 words. Not bad, partner. You get a B+. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. That locker with the white cloth sticking out, that was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. As you can see, Officer Meekins is lying on the floor, having a siesta, and there it is. Oh, the white cloth, it's gone. What sort of sorcery is this, Phoenix? Are you a magician of some sort? No. What is the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall is a magician. Hand slap. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Silence, or I'll turn your head 180 and you'll look at your butt. Hold on, your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. Eh? So what if my locker was opened? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. Are you really that dumb, Marshall? Well, you truly are a Mennonite. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault. He happened to choose mine. Eh? Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? 'Cause you're the dumbest person on earth. I agree with the right.
Indeed.
This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade. You're an idiot. You're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. Here are my hand from the cards that I dealt with. You say I opened that locker. Now prove it. Okay, where is it at? Yep. Now we could do it. Dude, Venom Fang says it's the locker. Only he can open it with his prints. He's totally right. And this is where we get to play his fingerprints now. Finally. Eh? You can talk the talk, alright, but you got a long ways to go before you can walk the walk. Mr. Wright, I think even I could prove this one. What? It's not the... Oh. No, dude, it's the other one. Uh-oh, did I pick the wrong one? Sorry, Your Honor. That's Officer Marshall's locker. Then only he can open it. I should know this. Come on, partner. You are not this stupid, are you? I am the genius. A revolver only holds 5 bullets. The question is, how many you got left? You say, I opened that locker. Now, prove it. Dude, you gotta select the actual locker, Venom said. Ah, yes. A fingerprint sensor. That's right. Fingerprint sensor. I got ahead of myself there. We talked about this earlier today, remember? The lockers can only be opened by detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. And I because the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Hand slap. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? Speed lines. Ew, dude, my jerky's tough. I only got 1 word for you, partner. No. Silence, or I'll have your ankles twisted in a knot. Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Mennonite or not, you should know this. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Ugh, my beef jerky is tough. Olay. Please answer the question. Olay? I'm just following the script. Okay. what is he now? A bullfighter? That's right, Officer Marshall. We know you're dumb. Take your time. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can. Have a look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet, Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness?
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer.
That's right. The only possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. Get out of your thoughts and spit it out. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? Ooh. He had to be. He was crawling. Oh wow, they.
Yeah. There's nothing you can point to.
Well, there is something to point to. Want to try the V? Then Fink suggests V. Well, let's try V.
Take that!
Man slap. Officer Marshall was standing right here. There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. Oh, that's right. The V means victim. Dang it. I was still thinking of Meekins, as you can see from the thing here. I totally understand your confusion. That's your line, Bradley. Oh, right. That's where the victim, Dr. Goodman, was. Correct. Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Hand slap. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman.
Head slap! That's preposterous! Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene.
He closed his eyes, remember?
Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure.
No, Edgeworth, he was fighting with his eyes closed. May I point out, though, that Mr. Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. And he had his eyes closed. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, sir, I asked him to show his card, sir. Sir. Yes? And how did Detective Goodman respond? He suddenly pulled a knife on me, sir. It was as big as Crocodile Dundee's knife, sir. He said that was a knife. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? Ugh, my jerky is still tough. You've got quite an imagination, partner. We've got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. It's a pretty big word for the judge. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Watch it, stubbles. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of doubt that this moron here dressed up as the victim? Well, am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. That's desert heat. Yeah, I know. Sorry. Desert heat. You're too late. Just move along. Okay. This can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do?
And... it looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. Just like your Tekken gameplay.
Eh? I've beaten you many times in Tekken. Watch your mouth.
I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. You always hold back to block. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
The basics? For me, that would be what me used to tell me.
Phoenix, try thinking outside the box.
I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Like a transformer.
Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot. Very well, let's take yet another look at the security tape. I swear I'm gonna have all this footage memorized before I know it. After committing a crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker. Oh.
What is it?
Alright, pull this back a bit. I don't know if I could be able to do it from here. Let me just... Anyway, wow. This will give me a good clearing. Let me see here. Oh, that's cool. I can just hold down. Alright, here we go. Let me see if this will work if I click it from here.
Take that!
Hand slap! Well, what do you have to say to that? Alright, partner. You really want to know the reason I had to open my locker. Why? So I could stuff you in there. Huh? I'm sure the world will be a better place with you sent off to the boneyard.
Unfortunately, unsolved cases can be stored in the evidence room.
Now I'm an unsolved case. Something went wrong in that evidence room. That's why Marshall had to open his locker. The unexpected event itself is the reason. I better have another crack at this. According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Goodman at the time of the crime. Then after the crime was committed, he opened his locker for some unknown reason.
The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that you opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? Crap.
You realize where you messed up at.
Dude. That's why Van Banks said he has blood on his shoulder.
You really didn't pay attention, did you?
I paid attention, Handy.
No, you didn't. He's right! You're a moron!
Ah. I'll make sure to point at the blood. No! Ah, crap. Ah. I meant to press the B button. What have I told you about not watching what you're pressing? Oh! Oh, it did work. Oh! I thought I had to press on the whole thing. Oh, this game's design is weird. That threw me off. I thought I failed. I think you're fine.
You got it.
I thought I had to accurately press on top of the blood.
I understand. Well, get moving. I want to end this.
Yeah. You really want to know the reason I had to open my locker? Why? So I could stuff you in there. Yep, I had to put it. I had to put it over the blood. I'm sure the world will be a better place with you sent off to the boneyard. Alright, let's sit through this. Ben Fake says, guess you still gotta press. No, the pressing isn't what happened. I was supposed to highlight over the blood, but I thought that it was I was supposed to highlight over the blood. The clue was in the word cloth. See, they're saying it's the cloth, which means that the blood on his thing was what got stuffed in the locker. It didn't close. It didn't. He rushed it in. That's why it stuck out. See, they want to know what the piece of cloth is. I was looking at the knife and forgot the cloth. And that's why you have to pay attention. That's why they mark things in red. I know, Bradley, I know. And watch where you press the X button. I will. I'm supposed to pause this. Alright, here we go. Hand slap. For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I didn't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat. You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. Now then, Officer Marshall. Are you ready to tell us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Edgeworth.
Eh?
2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent then as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now. Now would we? Hand slap. Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. Alright. It seems the time has come. Seriously?
Witness testimony, Marshall's confession.
Why? Why?
I hate that they're dragging this out. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. You realize you're trying to send a woman to freaking your own friend to hang? I do not care. So you suppose the victim was really you?
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor in the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be?
Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. Hopefully someone is living well and prospering from his blood. It was way too much blood for such a small donation.
Cross-examination, Marshall's confession.
I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? The SL9 incident.
2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to be completely end with the transfer all that day.
Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? That day was my last chance. That's why I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transfer, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere.
So you did it to fool the security camera?
And the detective's ID card? I stole that the morning of the incident. So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall?
So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight.
What do you mean, partner?
I mean, the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you would have been able to open that locker yourself.
But he could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Meekins certainly is a 1 in a million type of person. You've underestimated his stupidity. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID.
I'll have to think a little more about this raise this year.
When did Edgeworth get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out this way, with me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one that I'm shaving my face with, because I have so many stubbles for some reason. Eh? I don't know what to say to that. So you knocked Officer Meekins out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera.
Hold it!
So you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. There is no water out there. I didn't think it would make a difference though. The security tape is erased. Every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left.
However, you bloodied your code in your struggle with Officer Meekins.
If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby, because I knocked him out. So what you're saying is, on that day, there wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I better take another look at the files.
So what do we do?
I don't know. This is a whole lot. Huh. Dude, Venom Fang says question 515. It don't seem right. Well, let's see, SprayCon. $5.14. Wait a second. They were in there at the same time. Hand slap. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What? Are you blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner.
So you stole the evidence from the locker?
Actually, no, I didn't.
Why not?
When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. What? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor.
Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Hand slap. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? And listen carefully. Fire away, partner. It's a free country, after all. Just remember, I am also free to decide whether to answer or not. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense.
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. You can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary.
Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. I can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why. But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. It's evidence.
Joe Darkey was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence. It was fun watching him hang in the gallows. We all held a bonfire and chanted his death.
I remember the Joe Darkey case. There was some good drinks as he hanged, watching his feet dangle. Yeah, good times. And involved serial murders, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Huh?
Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling he'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I better take another look at the files. Ooh! Thanks, Ben Fang. I forgot about those last two statements. What? That one statement went on for so long, it felt like that was the end of the whole thing. Okay, so it's pretty obvious that this is where I have to do it. Yeah. Let's look at the files. Yeah, we should look at the files before doing anything. But first, I don't want to go through that game over screen over and over again. Alright, let's see here. No, this is the only way to look at it. Okay. It's over here. No, check. Okay, incident number SL9 closed. Perpetrator Joe Darkey. Serial murder, sentence death. Victims Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jeff Bates, Neil Marshall. Trial data. Head prosecutor Miles. Witnesses is the Sky Sisters.
Oh, that's why I'm around.
Oh, and she was a kid. Well, she's still a kid. But she was 14 at that time. Yeah, she was. Yeah, 14-year-old would freak out. What's this one here say? Investigators was Gant and Lana Sky. Conflict of interest. You can't have the witness be an investigator. The head investigator was Goodman. Marshall and Starr were the investigators. Yeah, he was an investigator. So was Damon Gant. Alright. Let's do it.
Objection!
Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. It is full of water and prickly needles. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. In the list of murder victims. Neil Marshall, are you related to this man? Oh, oh, there we go.
Neil Marshall?
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago, he received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor? You must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award. They really need to stop street fighting.
Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did.
That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? I have an even better question. Why was the trial allowed to have conflicts of interest? You had an investigator who was a witness and an investigator who had a victim for a relative. They should not have been in that the whole entire thing. He was my brother, my One-san, my Annie. He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, the then Deputy Chief of Police. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Joe Darkey. My brother fought Darkey and was killed. That was the first time Darkey left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. And Edgeworth's unethical practices of doctoring evidence. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Darkey. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. He was the king of prosecutors after all.
And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions?
There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me.
Eh?
Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence.
Disguising himself as Dr. Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled.
Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. My hand shook.
Huh?
Oh, oh, oh. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze me. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department.
Chance? It's gotta be more than just that. So, if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky.
Objection!
But wait, a verdict wasn't even reached. A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial.
Objection!
Head slap! Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today.
But
There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department.
it seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner.
All the mysteries at the police department have been resolved. No doubt about it. Hand slap. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. Speed lights. If you have a response, make it a single word or less.
Eh? Ah!
Thank you. I rest my case.
Silence, or I'll take out your knees with an arrow. It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time. Now, Sky will be hanged in the gallows. You did a great job. Perhaps you should be a prosecutor. Disproving the alleged murder at the police department was great.
There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The whole background turns black the minute things go wrong behind me. The apparent murder on the security tapes really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. Now then, the time for the verdict has come. This court casts in the name of God.
Oh, Your Honor. Wait.
Emma?
The defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right?
Someone get this child back to school and out of my courtroom. What do you mean, Wright? Mr. Wright? Are you this girl's guardian? Nope, I never met her a single day in my life. Your Honor? In a sense?
Please, Your Honor. All I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. Very well. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. Make 'em count. I was kind of in shock. Finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Darky killings.
Now that she mentions it, names of both Sky sisters were in that file.
But that's when I figured it out. What Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime.
And you didn't want to tell us this because?
That left only one thing. The other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again.
So why were you freaking out in the first place and came off like a traumatized child? You found something, didn't you?
No.
Huh?
Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
That's right. You're a 16-year-old child who should be in school right now and not in this court case. Is that all? Dang it.
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
You darn right, and you're not in school right now, so go home.
But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy. That's way too much pressure. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the 4 plants, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. but still. If you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be hanged in the gallows.
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. I'm hungering for some spaghetti, especially from the West. Yes, Your Honor. If I ever needed to concentrate, it's now. What could be wrong with that handprint on Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? There's no problem. I feel like clicking it just to see. Dude, we ain't got time for this. Okay, spray gun. Alright, I'll object. Hand slap. This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction.
The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing.
Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there?
Yes. Something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. I really want to have that spaghetti before they close. Very well, Mr. Wright. With all this evidence here, there's gotta be something I can use. The question is, which item can prove something is missing in the floor plans? Yep, Blue Badger. If we're gonna be talking about handprints, I saw a handprint on Blue Badger, right there on that cheek. It's gotta be it. What about that piece of plywood? The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. 100% weird.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright!
Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here. So watch what happens when we put him in here. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well, what? You just put that there. What am I supposed to know something?
Gasp!
That's right. So long as the Blue Badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker. What? Silence! Or I will break your jaws in half. So, this means... just exactly what does that mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker. Don't look at me. I didn't put it there.
Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically.
Emma, when did you get there?
On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker.
So that must mean this blood mark was before the Blue Badger was brought in. Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but he is a Pokemon, and he makes leek soup. It's the only possible explanation after all. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, Farfetch killed somebody. Hand slap! Blood was spilled not once but twice.
Woohoo!
One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other time, Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been... Hand slap! It had to have been... Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. Speed lines.
Objection!
Hand slap! That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim.
Objection!
The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be fake. Just like your dressing. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker.
Objection!
Hand slap! So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred.
When did the first incident occur? To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that... How many freaking incidents are going here?
I don't know, but I think this is annoying.
So, 3 incidents happened, all at the same time. 2 at the same time and 1 prior. You're doing fine. Just keep going, dude. That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this. Very well. Tell us, when did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented. Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that. Now then, stop dragging this along and show this evidence. What shows when the first crime took place? It has to be the autopsy report. No, it's not the autopsy report. Let's see. Is it here in the ledger? Yeah, that's 777. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required. An ID card. Oh, the ID record. Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40. Oh. Dude, Venom Fang said, good one. Indeed. Oh. Mamma mia. Miles Edgeworth, just what have you done again? For Christ's sake, can't you stay out of these troubles? I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy.
Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me.
Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer.
I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible.
That would mean the crime must have taken place before Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again. There's only one other card remaining. 7777777. This is ridiculous. This sounds like a code to someone's luggage. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. Hand slap! That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 7777777. Edgeworth, look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 777777777.
That's 17 too many, Your Honor.
Silence!
Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present.
What? Explain yourself, son.
The ID number 7777777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
Objection!
Hand slap! But that's ridiculous. Just how?
I'm not finished talking, right? Speak to the head. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
If an official charge filed against an executive accepted. An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? Pathetic and dumb. With your cover-ups and your perjuries. You are a walking conspiracy theory. That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall.
Given your doctored evidence and unethical behavior,
I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself.
you deserve to be disbarred. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question.
Yes.
No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Lana?
Objection!
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course, we've looked up her ID number, and it's not 7777777.
Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. The SL9 incident? Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence?
Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I had him fine, Edgeworth. And stand up straight, soldier.
Oh, sorry. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time,
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did, soldier.
Huh?
Lana.
I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law, because I am the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. I wasn't the law.
Defendant, just what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me in the eye, an investigator in that crime, and say that you did it? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
And I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
Eh? Why won't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures, soldier. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved, and then celebrate his hanging.
But Lana.
Even if it involved forging evidence.
White flash, white flash, white flash, white flash. See, that's what I'm talking about.
No. No.
Silence! Silence, all of you! Lana's remarks caused such a stir, the chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. It turned into a riot, and many people got beaten up and fried. You'll have to wait until the following day? Tsutsuku.
No! No, not another day. We want to end this.
I want to end this. We all want to end this.
What is with this game? Why does it not like us?
Oh. Oh, it's an investigation on top of that. Oh my gosh. Dude. Nobody likes us. That means there's gonna be another trial. What have you gotten us into? No, Bradley, stop it. No, stop it. How dare you subject us to this? You should have just ended at episode 4. It's not possible. You gotta finish the whole game, but you had an ending. You had credits. You didn't have to play a bonus game. You know you don't have to play bonus games. You don't have to do new game pluses on live streams. No, stop it, Bradley.
Let him go. He just wants to play. Yeah, don't get mad at him.
No, stop. Stop. Ugh. Yeah, I'm ending here. We'll have to come back to next week for what would be the final trial. You know how long it's going to take to do an investigation? That's 2 hours. And then the trial again for another 2 hours. Dude. I'm out of here. I'm getting some Korean. Wait for me. No, you're not going anyway. Stop it. Stop it. I gotta end this show. Oh, thank you all for joining me. With all that said, have a good night. Hey, buenas noches. Ow. And oyasumi nasai.